Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Your host, the Raven, here, bringing you some more Path of Exile action. This time, we're doing some mapping. This is the Courtyard map. It is tier 10. I'm doing it rare. These are the map modifiers I need it for my atlas. That's what I've been working on lately, just completing that atlas. I really enjoy the endgame content of Path of Exile, and mapping is a big part of that. So anyway, let's get started. These map modifiers, you gotta pay attention a little bit, but for my, every build has its strengths and weaknesses, and for me, that's, the modifiers on there aren't too big of a deal. So, for me, that's a win-win situation. You get, that helps me complete the map, because the modifiers aren't against me so much, and also the fact that the boss isn't as hard. It's just, and then I get to clear. If I win, I get to clear my atlas. So win-win. And it's not like there's no difficulty at all. I am cursed with vulnerability. Curses are powerful. Like, being cursed sucks, and some curses are worse than others. Especially once again, depending on your build type. For my build type, vulnerability isn't that big of a deal. I don't really care. Also, being a guardian ascendancy. I have the passive where curses are. I have 25% reduced curse effect on me. So if I do get cursed, as in this situation, a map modifier or a player curses me in PvP or whatever. If I get cursed, it has 25% reduced effect. So, it just depends on your build. Sometimes there's some people who, if they get cursed, it's like, oh crap, they better not ever take a hit. But hey. So anyway, let's get on these enemies. One of the map modifiers is area is inhabited by sea witches and their spawn. If you play the Path of Exile, if you play the game, you know about Merveille, her spawn, and all that storyline. So these are her brood. When I first saw that, I always think of the little. Every time I think of inhabited by sea witches, I think of the little ones. I think of the skinny ones that, like, they're so numerous. You fight in the main storyline, and you kill so quickly. But I forgot that there's bigger ones, and that all of them do cold damage. Now one thing for my build, a big weakness at the moment is cold damage, being frozen, because with chaos inoculation, resistance against being frozen and resistance against being stunned are based on your maximum life. Since our max life is 1, that's very, very low. So it's easy for you to be stunned. It's easy for you to be frozen. I do have amulet that makes me immune to being stunned, so I cannot be stunned, but I still could be frozen. And when I got in the map, at first I was like, aha, these sea witches, they're so weak, I'm gonna just go through the map mowing them down, but then I forgot, oh wait, they can freeze me, and then it became really hectic then. So that's why I like Path of Exile. It seems like there's always something to keep you on your toes. I mean, it seems like there's never time we can, unless like you go, like you're a higher level character and you go back to, normal act 1, yeah, you don't have nothing to worry about, because they can't even hit you. Like, your natural evasion is just so high, like they spend half the time missing, and then, whatever. So, but, if you're playing the game straightforward, if you're going from point A to point B, learning and growing and experiencing and changing, fighting monsters, just trying different things out, going to different areas, fighting different bosses. It's always something to keep you on your toes. I always recommend everything in moderation. Too much mapping can be grindy no matter what you do. Like, that's just a fact of it. Maps take time to complete, and even if they don't take time to complete, like you're one of those got a super build, you can clear maps in like 30 seconds or whatever. That's fine. But still, though, at that, what if you need to clear 100 maps? It's still gonna take time. It's still tedious, and plus that can be boring and repetitive too. Just going through and nuking maps in 3 seconds. So. There's always something to keep you on your toes. Just make sure you don't overdo it. My play style now, I play like maybe 2 or 3 maps a day. Maybe every other day or something like that. So I'm on it enough to where I'm earning currency and coins and experience, leveling up some gems, skill gems, stuff like that. But I'm just not burning myself out with with repetitiveness, because that's a big factor in any, especially MMOs, or action RPGs, MMOs, anything with any role playing or leveling or something like that. You have to be very careful about being burnt out, grinding, being ground down. So anyway, nice surprise with the sea witches in their spawn. Although sometimes though, I hate the fact that I'm also I have elemental equilibrium. Now, I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world for my build, because of how my attack skill is designed. But it's still, it doesn't let me unleash my full power because of the elemental nerf or elemental buff that's given to certain elements. So it's it's like, I don't know, it's kind of a neither here nor there. It's annoying because I could have gotten through this map faster, but at the end of the day, since it doesn't cause a negative effect, a real negative effect, I mean, just it's just a minor annoyance. It just makes more time added to the map, like temporal chains, being cursed with temporal chains or something like that is very annoying. But other than that, great map. I think I'm not too big of a fan, to be honest, of the orchard style maps, these open courtyard or zoo maps. I don't really like the jungle style maps, but for this one, it's pretty nice. I wish there was less of them in the game, but hey, that's my personal opinion. Plus, that's also based on my build. Pillars and columns block my projectiles, and that can be annoying sometimes. So that's another reason why I don't like it. So anyway, every time you enter a boss arena, you have to be careful. There's always a pack of monsters, kind of like loitering around, waiting to help the boss. Sometimes most of the time, you see them right up front and center. They're like the first thing you encounter. But every now and then, they'll be tucked away in the back, or they'll be tucked, in the corner, and you don't see them until you get into a fight with you aggro the boss, and then by that time you got the boss and your little helpers on you. So it does take it is wise to try to scout the area as best you can before alerting the boss. Unless you're a super build person, you can kill both the boss and the little helpers in one shot or whatever. But if you're a normal person, look around a little bit. You know what I mean? Doesn't hurt. So anyway, I was surprised that there's 3 bosses in here: the spinning axe guy, the person who's laying down the flaming sparks, the flaming knives or whatever that is, and then also the lady who's throwing the sparks. So I'm used to there being 2, and she just popped. Yeah, and he did too. Like, yeah, they got crushed. I'm used to there being 2, but being 3, that kind of threw me off guard too. So once again, another nice surprise. They don't seem to be doing that much damage to me, but I just played this fight safe. I didn't just I could have gone toe to toe with some of these guys and probably just killed them outright, but I didn't really know that. And plus, it's always better to err on the side of caution whenever you're facing a new boss. And then boom, shakalaka, that's it. Boss is down. Another notch on my atlas. Yeah, excellent. So anyway, I'm going to loot these people. I'm your host, The Raven. I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for more Path of Exile action. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that like button. Let me know what you think. Give me your comments. Give me your opinions. What do you think? Just let it loose. Let it all out. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great day.